YouTube, I'm the Bearded Brother, and today we're talking about some changes that I'm making to my everyday carry setup, specifically as it pertains to my everyday carry firearm. So if you're not already subscribed to the channel, I would ask that you just go ahead and pause the video now and scroll down until you see that subscribe button. Just go ahead and gently tap that button for me if you would. I do appreciate it. And without further ado, we get straight into the video. Alright, y'all, so EDC Everyday Carry, what do I use day to day, right? And again, so as I mentioned in the intro, today's focus is going to be pertaining to my everyday carry firearm and what that looks like. So currently, right, this is what I'm carrying currently. This is a SIG P365. It is currently housed in a Vetter light tuck holster. I did go out and purchase this wedge. I believe this is Raven Concealment's wedge. And I filled it with silicone because I drilled holes in there and I didn't want moisture to get into the firearm. And then I upgraded this even further with a Dark Star Gear Darkwing, which provides just a bit extra bite against the belt when I am carrying. Now this firearm, of course, is my everyday carry. I'm not gonna take that out and play with that while we're here on the video. But as I said, right, I'm making some changes. So you guys that know me personally and that have kind of peeped what sidearms I've showed on the channel, you guys with a keen eye will note that more times than not, right, I'm a SIG guy. So I've got my P320 here. You know, made some upgrades to it. Got some Terran Tactical base plates. You know, the SIG Magwell stippled grip. You know, upgraded these sights to the True Glows. They're not anything too fancy, but for the most part, this firearm has remained the same. Now, this is my training firearm. I don't work with firearms. I don't have an actual duty use firearm, but when I am using a firearm to place on my 3 o'clock in my Safariland holster, it is typically this one. Now, again, this is my EDC, kind of little brother to the P320, but when I show you guys what I got next, I think we will either offend some people or make some people happy, right? So let's go ahead and push these things here to the side. I'm going to introduce the new everyday carry, Glock 19X. Okay, so if you guys know Glocks, you know the packaging, you already know what you're getting ready to see here. This is the 19X. Purchased this a little while back, actually, must have been 2 or 3 weeks ago now, just because I saw, right, Joe Biden's coming into the office. We might see some runs on gun stores and ammunition here again soon, and I've been eyeing one of these for quite a while. Now, this personally is the only Glock sidearm that speaks to me. I don't know why that is. I don't know if it's because it's kind of got the Gen 5 architecture with some of the Gen 4 features. I don't have that forward serrations, which personally, it's great to have, but I find that it just doesn't look quite at home on a Glock. I don't know what it is, if it's the coyote tan, peanut butter color, I'm not quite sure, but I love this firearm, and it's the only Glock that spoke to me. Now, again, you know, if you know me personally, I spend a lot of time searching for upgrades, small enhancements that can be added to my firearms, typically my AR-15s, right? It's a whole rabbit hole, if you will, of customization. And I recently discovered that the same is often true for Glocks. And so I've got a buddy that has a 19X, I'm sorry, not a 19X, but he has a P80 Glock that he's kind of built into a 19X style. And just kind of watching him upgrade the trigger and the sights and all of the grips and such, you know, I kind of bit the bullet, if you will, and decided I'd grab one of these. Now, this is significantly larger than my P365, and if we kind of line these things up, right, the footprint, they're not quite one-to-one, even with this extended magazine, 12-round magazine that I'm carrying in my P365. So what exactly made me want to jump to a larger firearm for carry? Well, not that this is uncomfortable. It is a bit small at times, and if you guys know anything about concealed carry at appendix, the smaller firearms kind of have most of their weight towards the top here, and so as this sits in my waistband, imagine, you know, my belt is running this way, I do find that there's a tendency for this to kind of hang out just a bit because there's not as much weight or length underneath the gun to kind of counteract that rocking back and forth, so to speak. And aside from that, I do occasionally get jabbed in the upper pelvis, I guess is the area, I'm not quite sure, but I'm getting jabbed a little bit by this from time to time, depending on if I'm doing like some bending over or whatever I might be doing, right, tying my shoes, doing something weird like that. But I decided I'd go for a Glock 19X, and as I kind of tried to figure out where this would fit into my lineup of firearms, right, I kind of decided, you know what, this could be another carry model for me now. The 19X, as you guys know, has the length, though, or the slide length of the 19, which a lot of people have come to love. It's not terribly long as compared to the SIG here. It is a bit longer than the SIG, oddly enough, but it's not terribly long. It can be concealed down the pants, if you would. And so there's that, but it does come with the larger grip frame, if you will, of the the Glock 17, which holds quite a few more rounds. This is I believe this is a 20 round magazine. I think it might be 19. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. Again, I just got the firearm, so I've only taken it to the range once. I'm getting ready to go out and shoot it a bit more. But I wanted to bring you guys this because this will be the beginning of a new series for the channel. Okay, so we are going to be walking through the upgrades that I make to my 19X, which I have already begun, and I can share with you, I guess, the first of which right now. And so, of course, I've already opened these things and jumped into it, but I did go out and purchase a Surefire X300U. This is the X300UA model, so it has the kind of QD functionality from the slide. It doesn't use a knob or a lever, kind of screw down lever to attach. It just slides right on. So let me just toss this to the side. Alrighty, and so here we are. This is kind of what we're looking at, right? And so got the light on there. I mean, you guys tell me, it looks quite at home, if you ask me. Right, so frankly, I mean, I can't complain with the way it looks. I mean, the colors don't match quite 100%, but it is quite bright, and of course the firearm is safe and unloaded, as you guys can see. But yeah, I'm definitely a fan of this light. I could have gone for a stream light. Surefire has some smaller models. I think it's the XC1 that I considered. But when it really comes down to it, when I kind of balance the usability, durability, lumen output, and candela kind of on target, it was a no-brainer. The X300U at 1,000 lumens, as you guys can probably see there on the bottom, it's probably the best overall pistol light that you can pick up now. It is pricey at around $299, so we're looking at close to half the price of the firearm itself. But you know, you got to pay to play. So again, first upgrade of many has been this X300U from Surefire. I do have some intention, if you will, of placing an optic of sorts here on the top, and so I'm working on trying to get maybe a deal on one of those from the optic manufacturer. If not, I'm gonna have to dig in my pockets and purchase that. And of course, with that, I probably will need some new sights. I think a new trigger will be in order, of course, right? And then maybe some stippling and things of that nature. And then from there, I think we'll just have fun with everything, like the mag release, the slide release, takedown levers, and all that good stuff. So if you guys like Glocks, stick around, because I have joined the team now. I should say, before I close this video, I am very much still Team SIG, but we're gonna give the Glock a run as far as everyday carry goes. And again, if you're a SIG person, right, I told you guys, this is probably the only the only Glock that speaks to me. So I don't expect that I'll have some additionals, but I definitely do still have my eye on a few more SIG. So if you're a SIG guy, don't give up on me just yet. But we're kind of just switching up the carry. Without further ado, guys, I'm the bearded brother. I'm gone.